Course Mantra, a trusted online delivery platform, brings to you a course on how to crack the IBPS exam. Our courses are conceptualized and prepared by a team of experts consisting of alums from prestigious institutes such as IIT and ISB. This, along with the cutting edge exam prep technology and India's number one question bank with the largest number of questions, will ensure your success in any bank exam. How will Course Mantra help you prepare for the IBPS? What you get when you join us. Detailed videos explaining the concepts, some tips and shortcuts too. Solved examples to show you how to answer. Practice questions to help you master the concepts. 3 previous year's papers for you to get a feel of the types of questions asked. 3 full-length prelims exam in the same format as the IBPS online prelims. This gives you an advantage over other candidates. The Course Mantra IBPS course has been prepared by experts from IIT and ISB and with banking experience. Our team has been successful in various competitive exams and know what best strategies need to be adopted in such exams. Course Mantra also provides you with the huge advantage of having access to the number one question bank for banking exams, having the largest database of bank exam questions. Banking is now becoming one of the most sought-after career choices among students. It is an entry into a well-paid, secure, and prestigious career. Though it may appear that these jobs are meant for commerce or economic students only, bright graduates from all streams of education can get an entry into the public sector banks through common written examination conducted by IBPS. There are 4 categories of banks: public sector banks, regional rural banks, SBI and associate banks, and the Reserve Bank of India. The SBI and associate banks and the Reserve Bank of India have their own exams. Regional rural banks have a separate IBPS exam. The 23 PSU banks are covered by the IBPS Common Written Examination for probationary officers or management trainees. What is IBPS? IBPS stands for Institute of Banking Personnel Selection. It is an independent body that conducts entrance exams for all public sector banks and regional rural banks. It conducts 3 main exams for public sector banks: PO or MT, for clerks, and for special officers. There is also a series of exams for regional rural banks. In this course, we will concentrate on exams for PO or MT. What exactly is a PO? When you are recruited by a PSU bank, you will be on probation for a period of 2 years. This is an entry-level position. Graduates who wish to be a banker with a PSU bank, also known as a government bank, have to join the bank either as a PO or a clerk. POs have higher responsibilities than clerks. Why become a PO? Here are some perks of being a PO. Attractive starting salaries. You can earn a CTC of around 4 to 4.5 lakhs. Job locations across the country. Being in a bank is a prestigious career. You can foray into the finance world. Remember that India's leading bankers were POs once. The IBPS Common Written Exam for PO or MT have the following participating organizations. You will be able to work in the bank of your choice. The Common Written Exam conducted by the IBPS is an online exam. This is a relatively new format and therefore it helps if you get trained in attending online exams. There are 2 exams that are conducted by the IBPS for the selection of PO and MT: preliminary examination and mains examination. This is the first time IBPS is conducting the preliminary examination. It is common consensus among experts that the prelims will follow a similar style of questions as the previously conducted mains. The only difference in pattern is that GK and computer knowledge are not part of the prelims and the total number of questions is reduced to 100. The mains pattern remains the same as in previous years. There are 200 questions here. The prelims need to be answered in 1 hour and the mains examination in 2 hours. The marking for this year's IBPS exam is +1 for the right answer, -2.5 for the wrong answer, and 0 for no answer. The final scores are rounded off to the nearest integer. That is, if you scored 25.25, your score will be rounded off to 25. This year, the selection process has been made into 3 steps. The first time ever, a prelim exam is being conducted. The candidates who qualify will be allowed to write the main examination. To qualify, you must clear all sectional cutoffs. The second part of the selection process is the mains exam. In this exam too, you have to clear sectional cutoffs to qualify for the next round. The third step is the interview. In order to qualify for the offer list, you need to clear the interview cutoff too. The final offer list is prepared based on your exam marks and your interview scores. The weightage of exam marks to interview scores is around 80:20 typically. For exam dates, eligibility and other information, visit www.ibps.in and go through the CWE PO5 detailed notification for 2015. The same has been uploaded as a part of your course on Course Mantra. The IBPS exam is a time-bound exam. Speed is of utmost importance here. Managing your time well is as important as knowing the concepts. Course Mantra brings to you some best exam strategies to be followed while giving the online exam. These strategies can be practiced on the practice exams which are part of your course on Course Mantra. You will be able to take the practice exams multiple times to perfect your technique. The prelims have 100 questions which need to be answered in 1 hour. The mains have 200 questions which need to be answered in 2 hours. That is less than a minute per question. To be precise, it works out to be 36 seconds per question. Time is of the essence. So, adopting a few strategies will help you crack the exam. You need to decide beforehand what sections you want to attempt first. Keep in mind the cutoffs. Some questions can be answered more easily than the others. Choose what questions to answer. Combating negative marking to optimize your score. What sections to attempt first? Figure out your strong and weak areas. You will know this when you practice. Go to the section you think you can answer easily first. Do not try the difficult questions first. They will take up your time and exhaust you. If you come across a difficult question, leave it. You can come back to it later. Managing cutoffs. Each section will have cutoffs. You have to pass all sectional cutoffs in order to qualify for the next round. If you score 100% in reasoning and 10% in English, you will not clear the exam. Do not focus on one section alone. Move on. You can come back to the section if you have time later. Given on the screen are last year's cutoffs. What questions to answer? Decide on what topics you know best in each section. Blindly go for these questions first. Look at last year's cutoffs. You only need to get about 20% questions right to clear the prelims section cutoff. Combating negative marks. Once again, I remind you, last year's cutoffs indicate that you need to get only about 20 questions right to clear the prelim section cutoff. For the prelims, 20% means around 6 to 8 questions. So, unless you are sure of an answer, do not attempt it. You will get a minus 0.25 mark penalty. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started.